Yeah, I will start. I just started my recording session here. So let's go yesterday. I'm just recapping very fast because you know very well what was the scenario and everything. So we have an application where it is committed towards gRepo. Then from there we have to do automate in terms of trigger and deploy by using of Cloud Run here. That is our main agenda. So yesterday I explained you, but today also I'm just recapping very fastly. Then we can start. I will do one more time because I don't want to confuse you. So that's why I would like to go. So first of all, I will download the copy of my project. Then we can push into my repository from where we can try to build our application today. Yesterday we were done for almost 40 to 50%, but today I will repeat one more time. So let's navigate to home. So let me check building today. Yeah, my grades are there. Then just go to my active Cloud shell in order to activate my session. So let me create one good folder. Let me check my path. I will create one folder, make directory today session. Today's session, yeah, this fine. This is my folder. So I just switched into my folder here. Then I need to download my application. For that, we are using wget command. Somewhere I kept, I think so. This is the one, yeah. So I'm just copying my URL of my application. So it's downloaded. Of course, it's a zip format. If I want to do unzip, yesterday we did, so that's why I'm going a bit fast. Okay, similar, I'm doing the same. My application, so it's unzip. So in the same time, I can clone my project as well. So if I want to clone my project, I need to create one new repository where we can create new repository inside our grepos, nothing but a source repositories. So let's go to source repository under CI/CD. This is also, you know very well how we can create the repositories. So click on repository here, click new repository, your project name like today, not bigs, not small, pro hyphen app deploy. Okay, I'm giving like that. So my project is, this is my project according to you. Whatever you using the project, then you can take it from here. Otherwise you can create a new project. It's up to you. If projects are not available, you can create a new project from here also. They are giving like that option. So simply you can create one repository here in order to check in our piece of application code. So once it's done, just take this clone repository. The same, I am trying to clone it, my empty repository here. So once my repository is cloned, which is empty, then I can push into my application code. So let's say if you see it, oh sorry, if you see that app deploy folder is created, nothing but this is my empty repository. Okay, I am just coming back one step. I need to go my application folder here. So in this case, I am using, because yesterday I told you we have three kind of versions of my application: blue, green, and purple. Three are the same versions, sorry, same application only, but might be versions are different. So currently I am taking blue version. Blue, nothing but they are given name like that. So simply I have a files, whatever application team has been checking here. So let's copy this, and I need to copy into my folder, which just I clone, right? So what is the folder name? App deploy, I guess. Yeah. So it's copied now. Go back to my folder of my repo app deploy. So all files are copied now. So till here we have done. Yesterday we got stuck due to some technical reasons. Today it's very clean copied everything, whatever we are expecting right now. So once it's done, we just about to commit the changes. Of course, 3 files are being modified here, not modified, it's added here. So I am just adding them. Then this command also you know very well. That's why I'm going a bit fast today for this particular thing. From build, I will go very slow. I will explain each and everything, how we can do automate of the build and everything. So I'm just doing commit here. Then application code checking. Okay. So my code is committed now. After commit, I will push into my master. So I'm just trying to push my code. Yeah, till here you know very well, right? So once I committed the code, let's go to my repository. Then you can just cross verify whether my code is available or not. If you see here, let me go to my all repositories. So this is my all repository. This is my repository. Okay, this is my branch here. This is my repository name. If you want to go again, just go to, you are here, just go simply, and where is my source repository? Yeah, so this is my source repository. So whatever I have created, this is my repository name. So just click on it. Whatever I just committed the code, it's available into my repository. So from here, we would like to build our application as a part of infrastructure as a code, means application as a everything we have to do automate from here onwards, because application is ready, repository is ready, and respective files are there already who is committed by application development team. Then here cloud engineer role will come to the picture here. So how we can do automate of this? For this we have to use some kind of a YAML file basically. So let's go through the YAML file here. In order to automate of any kind of a thing, the first part you would like to create one YAML file. So YAML file is nothing but is kind of a declarative kind of a programming file where it is available in the internet, in the repositories by some kind of companies. They will provide you as a sample. So whatever you have to do changes, I will show it here. First of all, I would like to create one YAML file. So let's go here, open your open editor. This is very user friendly. So that's why I about to create one file by using of open editor here, sorry, cloud editor. So once my editor is ready, then we can start it. So if you see here, where is my project? Today's demo, right? Yeah, today's session. So this is my today's session. So inside my app deploy, I have my file here. So whatever I about to create my YAML file, in order to doing the automate of the build here, so you have to create one file. Right click on your file, sorry, your application folder, then click on new file here. So just give any name here, like I would like to give some decent name like cloud build.yaml. So YAML is nothing but an extension name, guys. It's kind of a programming kind of, it's not programming, I cannot say. I can say declarative language. I can say declarative language means very understandable language without any logic, without any kind of a complex logic or something like this. Very declarative language. I can show you in a simple manner here. So first give some decent name. I have given like cloud build.yaml file. Just okay it. So once my file is created, I just created one new file. That's, I didn't write anything here. So we have a sample YAML file of any kind of a build automate. So this is the steps I would like to explain first. This is not written by me, but I just modified few things here. The first sequence of steps, initially మనం ఏం చేసాం అన్ని మాన్యువల్ గా చేసాం, గో అండ్ క్లిక్ అండ్ బిల్డ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. నౌ వీఆర్ టెల్లింగ్ టు ద సిస్టమ్ హియర్, సిస్టమ్ మీన్స్ GCP engine. Then we need to set one sequence of steps here. What about that? First, earlier ఏం చేసేవాళ్ళం, ఒక డాకర్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసేవాళ్ళం మనం. హియర్ వీఆర్ డైరెక్ట్లీ రైటింగ్ వన్ పీస్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్ లైక్ gcr.io oblique this is my module of GCP and this is Docker here, and arguments. This is already ready-made file. You don't need to write anything here. So what we need to modify only I will tell you here. First of all, we can go through every steps here. Then I can come back which parameter we're supposed to be changed here. So arguments, of course, we are doing build. Minus T is a syntax. From where? This is the GCR. IO means container registry. This is my $project ID, means whatever I am using project ID, it will take dynamically. We are not at all passing the static value here. Static in the sense, my project ID I need to give here, right? No, but here since this is the automate, I need to use the dollar variable here. So that is why they have given like dollar. This is the parameter means, or sorry, argument means it's a dynamic value. Runtime, it will take it my project ID, and this is application name. This is the only you have to define. Only your application name. My application name is, if you see here, I'm using app, right? So I am automating of this application, right, in terms of build and deploy. Then I need to give only project name here. So this kind of a scenario, this is the standard file. It won't change single piece also, except this application name, not exact application name. In the GCP language, they are calling as a service name. Service name is nothing but our understandable language is application name. In my case, it is emerging app. It could be different application. If you're working in some XYZ project, they might be give you their application name, right? Simply you can put and copy and paste here. And next, commit SHA. SHA means simple hash algorithm. Means whenever we are going to commit the code, let's say I have committed just now before into my G repo, right? So it will take it dynamically. That is the beauty of automation, right? Whatever we are committed, my build has to be tricked. Soon we can show you how it will trick. So, but here I need to mention, whenever any developer or any cloud engineer just check in the code, my build has to be triggered. That is the argument of this particular thing. And comma and dot in the sense, whatever the application code is there, it will take entire code, whatever available inside my repository. That's name. You can give any name here. This is a very decent name. You can give any name. I don't care. Okay. And arguments. Push. What is the push means? Whatever we are taking the application, it has to be pushed into my containers. Because what is the beauty? What is the use of containers? We can put our all images or all application into containers. In the last classes, when I was talking about in the administration, we did everything by using of container registry creation, and we put all kind of our application. Here we are telling to the system, right? So it's a one-time setup, guys. So once I return this, then my piece of application, whatever written here, then it will take it into my container registry. So again, this is the name of my container here. Then arguments, the last arguments, what I need to do. First run, of course, we are using Cloud Run. Next, it has to be do deploy. Okay, deployment for what? Emerging app. Okay, image, where you have to take it. Yes, of course, from the container. Then region. Okay, which region, which GCP region you have to deploy. UST. దీని కూడా dynamic చేయొచ్చు, but here as of now I'm passing as a static value. So US-East one platform. Of course, as of now we are following managed platform. Of course, in the coming days we have a different platforms like production, pre-production, dev environment. We have a lot of things, right? So currently we can take as a simple managed platform here, and this is the only one parameter like allow unauthenticated. As of now, I'm not passing any kind of a security. In future, we can do pass the authentication as well. If I am passing this parameter or argument, it won't ask you any kind of a authentication. And at the last thing, my images is taken from this particular container registry here. This is some small piece of YAML code here. This is very standard code. It won't change any projects, not only here, any project, even the live projects also, the similar kind of things only, except your application. So this thing I have taken it from the Google itself and the GCP official documentation itself. Just I copied off my application. Rest everything I just did copy paste here. Nothing I have written any kind of a code here. This is not at all a code, first point, because this is a declarative language. Did you see any kind of a if else condition, for each condition, or any variable? Variables you might see. Here they are not calling a variable, it could be arguments. ARGS means it's arguments. So like that, we have to create a YAML file. So just take copy, then I have to go my YAML file. So I just copied entire file, whatever I explained here. If you see here, just steps, one sequence of steps we are telling to the system, because we are doing automate in the sense it's not coming in the automatically, right? We have to tell to the system first, then only it will execute, because system is not a human being. It won't understand anything unless if you tell you. So I have to tell as a cloud engineer, I have to give all steps what it has to be taken care in order to build the code here. So once I copied everything, see the alignments is properly right, steps, names or movements, yeah, everything is ready. Then simply I am trying to commit the code, because this YAML file is created under my application. So some people are calling this a YAML file, some people are calling as a configuration file. It's up to you how you are more comfortable to call. Both are the correct. Some people are calling like what is your configuration file of application, some people are calling as what is your YAML file of application. So both giving the same indication. It's up to you, but if you're asking in the both way also, just assume that this is kind of a one configuration YAML file for my application in order to automate of my cloud build. So I am trying to commit it. Oh, what happened? Okay, I am here. So let me switch to my folder. It was old one. So today, yes. So today's session, where is my application? App. Yeah. If you see here, my cloud build.yaml file is available, but still I need to commit the changes. So if you see git status, it is showing one YAML file is edited. So it has to be do commit. So I need to change the push into my G-repos. So for that, I'm just using, I told you, right, same command I'm using. Whatever I told you, 4 or 5 commands, same commands I'm using till 5 to 6 days. That's why I told you those 5 commands are very important for git. So git commit -m updating my project code. Sorry, updating my configuration file. So once I committed my code, then I can git push. So did you notice here, I am just given git push here. I'm not at all given any kind of a branch here, git push origin master. Why? Because first in this cloud shell, once it is activated, already I have passed one time, right? Git push origin master. So when you are using the same session, the same cloud active shell here, then you don't need to pass anything. So same branch, whatever you are using, it will take automatically. If you want to switch, yes, you can go git space, checkout space, your branch name, then you can do again use the same command here. So just for the time being, I'm just use the git push here. That is why it's taken automatically. So once it's done, let's see in my repository. Let's go to my repository. Where is my repository? Yeah, just refresh it. Yeah, if you see here, my file is available now. Whatever I have committed or pushes, my file is available here. Nothing but latest changes are available here. So according to the diagram, just till now, what we have done, this part we have done, and cloud repository, source repository part I have also done. Now we are moving into trigger part. Trigger part is nothing but you need to add the triggering part. What is trigger? Trigger is nothing kind of a event kind of thing. Event means just kind of a trigger means it needs to be run one command and build has to be run. Trigger is nothing but a automatically trigger, and trigger means Telugulo, or we can say it's kind of a mechanism as an event. I can say like that. Telugulo, I don't know exact word, but it's kind of a auto trigger means once we just touch the button, then it will automatically trigger my piece of code. Then it has to be built on a matter. So this part we have to execute now. So just go there and go to your CI/CD. So here you can see this part. Go to cloud build. Yeah, if you see here, the first part is you have to go setting. This is a one-time activity settings part. So at first time you might see we are using Cloud Run, right? So Cloud Run has to be enabled here. By default it is disabled. Let's show you. By default it would be disabled like this. So if you want to create any kind of a cloud builds, then it has to be enabled as a part of the IAM activity. IAM activity means access. So I need to enable Cloud Run admin where we can give the grant access to my service accounts. If you see here, once a Cloud Run is enabled, automatically the respective cloud build also be enabled, because both together is kind of interrelated. So once it is enabled, then you have to go triggers part. These two are common: dashboard, history. Nothing is not, it is not at all related to any technical. These two only you have to do any kind of a settings here. So once you go trigger here, you will see triggers, create trigger, connect repository, and manage repository. Let's say if I want to create fresh trigger, you have to take this, and I want to take trigger already for existing project. I need to go my manage repositories, because my piece of code already there in the repository. So I don't want to go for connect repository because already my repository is there. If you click also, it will ask the repository here. I told you, right, many times we can work with the GitHubs, we can work with G repositories, everything, right? So in the future, I can take it piece of code with GitHub only and Bitbucket also, like that. Because always customer will not use only G repos, right? Sometimes they might use Git also. Sometimes they might use Bitbucket also. That's why GCP is providing Google all kind of available here, because this is the customer, customer comfortableness, because customer shouldn't bother that if they are not using any other third-party version control system. So even though if they are using, Google is providing third-party integration here in order to connect to your repository. So of course we have another scenario, don't worry. As of now we are using existing repository from grepo. So this is my existing repository. If you see here, app deploy, whatever I have committed, my repository is available here. Just click on here, the three dots, and just add trigger. Okay, this point we need to automate here. So you have to give trigger name. In my case, app deploy. Description, you can give any description. Amazing app deployment trigger for build, bracket below CI, means continuous integration. Tags, as of now, I don't want to give, it's not that much of important, but functionally it will important. Future we can add tags as well if it is needed. And if you see here, event, repository event that invokes trigger. Okay, when my trigger has to be triggered, it which scenario? So push to a branch means my developer or my cloud engineer, anyone just committed the code into my source repositories, then this event has to be triggered. That is my main agenda. So that's why push to a branch here. So in coming classes, we can do these options as well. As of now, I don't want to because these all of our different scenarios. I will come back with that scenarios as well. As of now, simply I am pushing some piece of code into some branch. It could be private branch, it could be master branch, where my event has to be triggered. Then my source repository. Where is your piece of code is there? This is my repository. I have a lot of repositories, but for which repository I supposed to be do automate? Then I need to select my repository. Whatever you have given the repository name, cloud source repositories, then I need to select it here. If you see, I have 3 or 4 for different reasons, but today I have created this one, right? So I have to take application deployment. What is your branch? So I have any branch like master branch also. As of now, we are using only master branch. If you have created a private branch, your private branch also visible in this area. As of now, I don't create any private branch, but when you people are doing the lab, create one private branch as well for practice purpose. Then check it here whether it is available or not, right? Last time I told you, if I want to deploy my piece of code, it will ask the branch, which branch we supposed to be do deploy. So majority of the people, when you people are doing deployments in the production or pre-production, majority of the people will do this mistake. Simply they forget to mention the branch. By default it will take master, sometimes by default take different branches. Simply they can put different branch which is not expected, then they will run the pipelines. So whatever you have given the wrong branch, then the deployment will success, but it will go wrong code. It went wrong code means then that is not expected, right? So again, application will take the old changes, not the latest changes. So please make sure branch you have to give whatever the application team is expected. So just go in our case, we are using the master branch simply. Next, configuration. Fine. Just now I have created one YAML file, right? So it is asking what is the configuration of type. Is it CBC? CBC means cloud build configuration file. Of course, in my case, it's a YAML file, but still they are giving two things, one Docker file and one is the build packs. Of course, we have two more scenarios in the future classes. I would like to cover these two as well. Okay, because daily one scenario, because these are the big concepts actually. So today I am going to work with YAML file here because already I have created one YAML file, right? This is my YAML file. So this configuration file, I can take it in my build and I'm telling to system, yes, you have to follow, you have to execute these all steps, whatever I have written here, I'm telling to the system. So what is the file name? This is my file name. Location I have given. So I think so all are filled out according to our scenario, at least for today. Yeah, everything is ready. Then simply create my trigger event. So once it is ready, my build job is available here. This is my build job, right? Whatever I just created trigger, then I have successfully created trigger here and the job. Build job in the sense is a terminology, guys, nothing new word here. Some people same trigger kind of things, they people are calling trigger job, some people are calling build job. Both are giving same kind of functionality, but depends on people calling, it might be different, like one are like trigger job antaru kontamandi, some people are calling as a build job. It's up to you how you people are, both are the same, both are correct only. Okay, it depends on how people are products are calling the naming conventions here. So once it's available here, of course, this is my name, description, repository, event, build configuration file, and status is enable, and I need to run it. Just click on here. So it is asking, okay, your trigger job is ready. In order to run my trigger, of course, trigger is my this application, repository is this here, and this is my branch, my bust is a master. Just click on trigger here. So once it is done, it is now go to your dashboard. Once you go to dashboard, see build is in progress, right? This is my timestamp. If you want to see more, just click on the full build job. So here everything it will show you, whatever I told the system, everything. First it is taking master code, then build is started, then it is calling to my Docker because my image is available in the Docker, then it is taking xyz. If it is fails also, you can see the log, failing log here also. Now it is copying. If you see here, it is copying here. This is the copy. My application is copying now. Then it is trying to deploy my application. So this build job is triggered now. Let's see the output. It will take around 2 minutes. If you see here, this is my east region also, it is taking east one because in the configuration file we have given region east means my application is going to deploy in this data center of Google. I think so. It seems like good because everything is looking good, but still I want to verify it. Okay, so just go to first containers because my container is created or not properly. So first go, where is my CI/CD? Yeah, so I'm just going to container registry here because we are using images, right? If you see here, this is my amazing app image, my application image, nothing but a. So just now 1 minute ago, it's created. So just click on it. Yeah. So once you click on this image, it will tell you whatever application developer has written. Then it will tell you the image name, project name, where we have deployed, repository name of my application. This is algorithm of my commit. And of course, this is the container size. And this is timestamp. Tags we haven't written, that's why it's taken by random tag name. If you give by some decent name, it will show it here. You can write some dev deployment, pre-production deployment, something like that, but tag is not that much important. So my image is properly deployed under the containers. Now I have to go cloud run because my application will be available under the cloud run. If you see here, this is my application, right? Just I deployed from my CI pipeline, then my application is automatically deployed here 1 minute ago. Just click on my application. So this is my URL, just click on. So this is simple application, my amazing app. Let me modify this application, okay? Now I want to modify one more time. Once I modify, automatically my build has to be triggered without my intervention. So that is our main scenario. So let's go there. So let me give it to you. Just check it whether are you able to access this application or not. Just somebody check and confirm with me. Okay. In the meanwhile, I can change my piece of code because I'm doing some enhancement work from the application side.
That's
So
working.
okay, great. Thank you. Thanks
Yes,
for
it
that.
is coming.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. So let's just assume that now I'm application developer. So 1.0 is successfully deployed. Just assume like that. Now after some days, they are doing some enhancement type. Let's know my customer is saying my amazing app. Now they're modifying something because due to any business changes, right? So let's go and modify the app. Let's go there. This is my app deploy. Where is my homepage.xml? In the live, these changes will modified by developers only. Don't be panic. I'm just for your understanding purpose. I'm just telling here. So this is my amazing app, right? I am removing. Oh, sorry. I am removing this. Then I'm modifying. Let's say, what
My
festival?
amazing app 2.0.
Fine. But name I will change. Okay. Let's say Ugadi Festival for sessions 2.0. Is it make sense? I think so. It makes sense. So by that's fine. It just changes only, right? So let's go. Now please listen carefully here. Now I am trying to commit here without manual intervention. My application has to be deployed. That is our main purpose of the CI/CD. Okay, let's check. Do that. Git status. Of course, we have modified homepage.html. Let me maximize this window because otherwise for you it's very difficult to. Yeah, this is fine. Let me clear this. Oh, why it's not clear? Yeah, now it's clear. So git status, I did that. Now I am trying to adding files, same commands. I'm not at all changing anything. Then app version 2.0. App version 2.0. So I am just committing the code. Git push. Let's see. So my commits are done. Let's go to direct to my dashboard of my cloud build because trigger has to be run. So go to cloud build. See, are you see the status? Already build is triggered automatically without my intervention, right? If you see here, see, build is already started. If you see the timestamp 9/6, exact our timestamp, just 10 seconds back, right? So this is the beauty of this kind of things. Means you don't need to worry about deployment. Simply I can say, okay, application team is keep on checking. They can check the code changes every 1 hour or every 2 hours or every 2 days or every weekly. Anything they can do, any kind of a check-ins. Once you set the configuration file, once you told everything to the system, this is one time hard work. then the application, any deployment jarigina, we don't need to involve, right? Because everything is happening automatically. See, build is also successful, everything. Let's go and let's check my command, sorry, my changes. Whatever I have written, those changes has to be published now over the my application. So where is my cloud run? So go to my cloud run. This is my one. Where is that? Just now. Okay, fine. This is my application. And this is my app. Oh, where is my Ugadi festival? Oh, it's came to URL. Okay, I need to change bottom. If you see here, it is showing under the top of the HTML page. No, I want to change. I will change it. 1 second. Sorry for that. Okay, not sorry. It's right only, right? Because I changed it here itself. Where is my code?
Okay. Since it is given in the head title, that's why.
Head
Okay.
title, yeah, absolutely. It is showing here Ugadi Festival
Yes,
Offer
yes.
Session 2.0. It's not wrong, but updated wrong in the wrong place. That's it. Cloud ML, sorry, not Cloud ML, home page. I will remove this. No need to remove this. I can do something different. So let's go to, where is my, this thing I can give some decent name. Image, oh, sorry. Amazing app 2.0. Here I can give %. Where is percentage? Like that. So just I am checking that I'm doing the same command, nothing much. That's why I'm going bit fast. Git add, git commit, git push. So my commit is in progress. I think so it's done. Let's go back to where we can see. Can you guess where I can see my build?
Cloud build.
Cloud build, absolutely. Under the dashboard, I want to see my status of my build here. To see here, automatically build is created. See, if you see here, each build is having, let me open it, build IDs. Whatever I committed now, these are all commit IDs. That's why in the configuration file, we have told them, right? This is the commit -_ here. Because of this configuration argument, everything is tracking here. That's how we told to the system as under the configuration file. Each and everything, it is working, whatever we have written inside the YAML file or configuration file, whatever. So like that way, we have to do any application. You can take any application. The procedure is same. So that is the beauty of cloud engineer. Just we need to understand the workflow and functionality. Working wise, majority of the things are straightforward only, nothing much complexity like programming language. Okay, my build is job is ready. Just go to our, where is my cloud run? Of course, this is thing just now it's deployed. So just open.
It is effective.
Effective. Okay. The festival of till 50%, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is showing amazing app 2.0. Similar kind of banking application, like healthcare application. Similar, nothing is new. Maybe in live projects you might see some live applications. That is the only you can maybe see some kind of a difference. Okay, see any changes. Okay, can someone do one kind of a small kind of a work? Anybody clone my repository? Can you please try to make something? Anybody have that kind of a setup? Just clone my repository and try to make changes. if it is possible only. Otherwise, you can try it in when you have the lab sessions. Sorry, when you have practice sessions. Not at all a problem. So like that way, we can do such a kind of a automates of any application, any Python application, any this application written there in the HTML format. Like maybe it could be some kind of HTML language they have written. Like that, we can do any kind of application. The simple thing is we have to first, let me come back one more summarize. First, I need to set my G repos or Git repos whenever according to the client requirement. Then I need to check in my all application code. Then I need to create my YAML file based on my application. Then I need to set my build job in terms of enabling the trigger. Once it is ready, then I can do deploy as a part of automate. So that kind of things we need to do that if you want to deploy any kind of application. Of course, still we have different scenarios. Don't worry, this is just starting only. Okay, this is very simple kind of a application where we have automated by using of this build run and build deploy and everything. Let's say this is happy scenario. Just assume that build is failed. Majority of the times everything is not a happy scenario, right? Sometimes you might face sad scenarios like deployment failures or build failures. Let me do manually. Now I would like to failure my build job. So how you can troubleshoot, that is the main important, right? So let's go to my trigger job. Then I will give wrong information, then it has to fail. That is my negative scenario. Okay, so let's go to my cloud build. Just go to triggers. This is application deploy. If you see here, this Eclipse button, go to edit. Let's say I'm giving wrong YAML file. Okay, I am giving some wrong YAML file. This configuration file is not at all available. Let me first do copy, otherwise I will forget file name. Let me do copy and paste somewhere because I'm very much lazy person to remember everything. So I'm just take copy. I'm giving wrong YAML file, means I'm giving wrong configuration file, cloud build configuration file location. I'm giving wrong because by seeing this name, this kind of a file is not at all available in my repository. So I'm giving wrong name. Just save it. Once I save it, just try to run. Same thing, just try to run. Let's see. So failure to trigger build, this thing happen. It is not all given any single information, right? So just go your dashboard. What happened? Where is my deployment? Okay, deployment is not failing. It is not all connecting first. So go to, where is my failure? It has to be failed, right? What is time? 9:10. No, this is the old one. It is not at all triggered. Okay, connectivity itself is not happening, means build itself is not started. How I can show you wrong negative scenario? I do one thing. I will change in the code itself. Okay, because build has to trigger, then it has to fail. That is my scenario actually. So what I can do, otherwise, edit. Let me keep it. Configuration file is okay. Then I will give wrong in the code. That thing we can create the negative scenario, if I remember correctly. Okay, so where is my open editor? This is my open editor. It's connecting, yeah. So which one? I do one thing. I will give wrong app ID. Okay, I'm removing some wrong app ID. Yeah, AMA means I'm giving wrong IP ID. Build has to start, but it should fail because my application name is giving as a wrong, which is not available in my piece of code. So let's run my commit commands. Git status, of course, git status, git add, git commit, git push. Build should trigger in ideal scenario, but it has to fail. Let's see. So where is my dashboard? Yeah, build is started now, at least this time. Let's see. Okay, it is started. It should fail. See, service name, it is taking wrong. Here it should fail. If you see here, whatever we have given, service name is taken, my application name, it's success. Why it's success? Deploying container to Cloud Run service in project. Then what is the difference there? Just go to Cloud Run. Let's see the project. Oh, app name is taken like this. You see here, app
Yes,
name
yes.
is taken. No, this is not at all our scenario. Of course, again, it's a success scenario, right? So let's yeah, the output is same, but just the
URL is changed.
URL is changed. No, I would change one more thing. I will give container name wrong. Okay, I will change container name. Then let's see. Is to allow, right, arguments. I do one thing. Here I should change. No, not change here. Project ID. If I remove project ID, then let's see. Okay, then save my changes. Git status, git add, git commit, git push. Okay, seems like it's committed. Let's see my build job. Cloud build. I think so it's failed. Good, at least it's failed. Super. So then, when you're working with the live projects, maybe due to some different reasons, might be builds are failing for some time. Sometimes check-in code is which is not good, maybe bad check-ins, or maybe parameters are not given, some different scenario. So as a cloud engineer, you have to check the logs here. Build log is there, execution details is there, build artifacts is there. Everything you can do download here also. If you want, you can do download here. Once you do download, take this option. What is that? Build stuff, zero thing, ding, 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 this failed. Definitely, it is clearly indicating we have given some under this category, we have given some wrong, like flag invalid reference format. What is the invalid argument? Or where? Yeah, here we have removed the project ID, right? So that is why it is clearly indicating. So take this logs and copy paste into in your email ID, or attach the same login to in your email and send back the email to your application team. Because of this issue, you have given the some wrong kind of information. Please try to change. Please give the proper information. Then we can try to rebuild it again. So this is the procedure how you can deal with the application team. We are a DevOps means we have to closely together working with application teams, right? So once we have to analyze what is the issue first. So you need a proof, right? Without proof, nobody will not, agree the issue, right? So first of all, you need the proof. For in order to proof, just come here, just check the logs, build logs, whatever the build job is failed, just come here, just go through your logs, because log will tell you each and everything. Maximum log will clearly indicating what is the, it will give some hint at least. Okay, so such a kind of thing you have to check here. Then the execution details, the build artifact details. In this execution details, it will clearly tell you what is the build id, when it was created, when it was finishes, how much time it is taken, what is the trigger build job name. So everything it will track it like this. This is all the proofs anamata. So it's triggered from the master here. Next, you see, this is commit SHA. Who has committed? In my case, it's me. In your case, it's you. In application side, it's application team. This commit SHA means simple hash algorithm will give you very clear picture who has committed this code. Because if deployment fail, first customer will ask, first question is who has committed the code. Before going to deployment, who has committed the code. So this commit id will clear you very picture. Based on this thing, we can track who has deployed. Then based on it, your identity will be tracked. Then we can deal with them, what kind of commit they have been committed. So like that way, you have to troubleshoot for each deployments because this is your regular job, right? Because once you are working as a DevOps engineer, as a GCP, so build and deployments are very common, regular. Till low environments, you might be do sorry guys, I'm getting some noise, so that's why, since it's a recording session, right? So if any build is failed, simply we have to do analyze. You can take all kind of snaps and proofs, then you have to deal with them. If it is any kind of a infra level kind of a problem, like server is not available or application is good but my infrastructure is not available, like my container is not working properly. Let's say my container image is not working. They have given container name, but container will come to my infrastructure, right? So you have to go, of course, when you are talking about container deployment, definitely I can explain you how we can do troubleshoot with containers and all those stuff. So you have to go containers and have to check whether my image is properly provisioned or not. Like that way, you have to do all kind of a analysis, then you have to deal with them. Once you click on container registry, sometimes this container will not provision properly. So if it is not provision, how we can use the Docker commands, container commands. In the next classes, we have Docker commands as well as container, and how we can pull the logs and everything we can do practically. If you see here, this is my image of container. So this Docker will pulling whatever we have written in the configuration file. Everything it is written by like it. Then Docker pull is taking, then it is deploying into my image into my environment, that is the east one US east one data center. So this is the kind of way how we can do things and everything. And as a part of lab, like CI/CD pipeline creations, nothing but a triggering mechanism. Today we have completed. So by tomorrow, I will come up with one more scenario, because from here, daily we have to do deployments for different scenarios. Today we have worked with the cloud run. Maybe tomorrow and coming days, we have cloud functions. We have a cloud runs, right? Sorry, cloud logical functions and all the cloud functions and all those stuff, right? And the app engine as well. So every scenario we have to do automate what we have done in the administration by manual. So that is the beauty of this kind of a DevOps kind of a concepts, and deployments will happen like whatever we have done today. So any questions? Any questions so far?
Hi, I have a question.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
we have deployed like 2.0 version.
Yeah.
So I want to, my customer wants to come back to the previous version.
Yeah.
So in that case, should I go back randomly and again, commit the same thing which was in the previous, or is there any kind of automation directly I can switch to the first
Yeah.
version.
Yeah. So automation, it is highly impossible for this scenario. Why? Because first of all, customer what is asking already we are did automate.
Yes.
But if suddenly he or she come and asking switch to this means that is the dynamic requirement, right? That is the dynamic requirement.
Yes.
So it is very difficult to do automate. That part we have to do manual only.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, you have to go back, give your branch name or version name or commit ID, whatever you have taken. The previous one, if you see here, let me
restore to the previous version.
Yeah, restore to the previous version.
Yes.
Then that kind of a scenario you have to do run manually, because what is the meaning of automate? If I have already existing scenario, then I can do automate. If the scenario is coming dynamically from the customer means it's very difficult to do that, because this time they might say 2.0, after 10 days they might say 4.0, after that they might say 6.0, because there is no limit, right? They can come up with any version. The scenario is not at all suitable for automation. So if your customer is asking, then it is not possible by automate. You can do by manual itself. Nothing much taken, right? Hardly it will take 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, welcome.
Salim sir, we have one more doubt.
చెప్పండి మేడం.
Actually, YAML file మనం క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా.
Yes.
సో YAML file లో స్టెప్స్ వైజ్ మొత్తం స్క్రిప్ట్ అంతా ఉంది కదా, కోడ్ లాగా. అది ఎవరిస్తారు? ఐ మీన్ మనం చేస్తామా లేదంటే?
నో, ఇది యాక్చువల్ గా మనకు ఏముంటుందంటే YAML ఫైల్ డెవలపర్స్ ఉంటారు జనరల్ గా. సో ఒక వెండర్, ఒక టెక్నాలజీ, మన కేసులో గూగుల్ ఉన్నారు కదా. సో గూగుల్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే మనకి ఆల్రెడీ ఇలాంటివి ఒక రెడీమేడ్ కోడ్ ఇచ్చేస్తారు. Nowadays, no one will not at all going to write any kind of a scratch kind of a files anamata. So those people, according to scenario, they will give each ready-made code this thing. So for our scenario, this is the code. In your live organizations, they will keep into your wiki pages. Wiki pages means it's kind of a knowledge document. So once this is scenario, please refer to this documentation. But the small thing you need to think that each changes small that you need to take care of it as a cloud engineer. You not at all write it. You don't need to write anything here. If you have any people have interest, please you can, once you come into expert level, then you can go with the development role. We have another role in GCP. You can go with the GCP development role. Once you reach into expert level, then you can go into GCP development role if anybody have any interest. Otherwise, no need to write anything. Everything is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. And documentation today night we will upload, guys. Okay, as I promised, today night I will upload it. Step by step documentation. Okay, sorry and thanks for your cooperation for 30 minutes. I know that it's very late, but actually today in my office there was some deployment failure because of my recently one guy joined. Because of his fault, the complete deployment was failed. So there was some emergency meeting. So because of that, the meeting was extended to 30 minutes. And thanks for your cooperation and understanding. And have a nice day. Any doubts, please reach us over the WhatsApp or in the calls sessions. So tomorrow we will meet again. Okay. Thank you. Good night.